In this video, I'm going to show you a few different methods I use to bleed air out of the ABS system on this 2004 Chevy Trailblazer, aka Sylvester. Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the Day in Enter channel. As you can see, I've got the wheels off my Trailblazer. What I'm doing is, the truck had a busted brake line, so I replaced the brake line, and it was a line that was going directly in to the ABS module. And when I disconnect it, of course, that introduces air into the system. So I have to bleed the ABS module because I tried bleeding the front passenger side tire and I wasn't getting any fluid to come out, no air or anything like that. So it tells me that there's air in the ABS system. So to get that ABS system bled, I can do it one of a couple different ways. One, I can use this really fancy diagnostic tool that can actuate the ABS without taking the wheels off. You can just sit right where you are and activate the ABS. I have a video in the link in the description, or you can click this link right up here and it shows you how I did that on my Sierra. If you don't have a fancy scan tool, you can take your car out up into a field or out on an empty street or something, or loose gravel, and pick up some speed and then slam on your brakes. That can activate your ABS, especially if it's wet leaves or gravel. If you don't have any means to do that, then you can do it this way, which I'm doing right here. I've taken all the wheels off because I'm going to bleed the brakes here in a second, but I've got the car jacked up. Kind of a tricky thing. The vehicle is stable on jack stands, so we're good there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the car. Got this thing in four-wheel drive. Got all my wheels should be spinning. Okay, so you see I've got my wheels spinning. What I'm going to do is rev it up a little bit, like that, get the wheels spinning pretty fast. And then I'm going to slam on the brakes and you'll hear the ABS module kick on. So watch this. I can feel it in the pedal, it vibrates, so that tells me that the ABS module is functioning. So as you can see, putting this thing on jack stands is a risky procedure, especially since I'm facing the house. But I made sure it was nice and stable, and you know, just trying to cover all my bases so I don't have any accidents. All right, so I'm just going to do this over and over and over again until I feel like I've got a pretty good chance that the air has come out of that. Now I'm going to go up to the front passenger side wheel over here where I wasn't getting any air to come out. Should hopefully get some air to come out right now, but anyway, I'm going to keep going, run this ABS a few more times, and then we'll check in with that brake bleeder. All right, okay, since this thing is off the ground and the brakes are really not bled properly, the wheels are probably still going to be spinning a little bit. So I'm in drive right now. I'm going to put it in neutral. That way the power is off the drivetrain. And I'm going to go ahead and kill the engine. Then put it in park. Because otherwise, you know, with the drivetrain still spinning and you try to throw it in park, it's going to make a noise. So, or possibly break your front drive, four-wheel drive gears, or strip them or something. So okay, so I got my boy at the driver's seat. He's going to pump the brakes for me, and we're going to bleed these. Let's see if activating the ABS module did the trick. Okay, pump. Hold. See, I'm making a mess. We are getting some fluid to come out. Okay, pump. Hold. Okay, we're not getting any air. It's just a very weak stream of fluid. So I'm just going to repeat this process over and over. In my experience, it takes several tries to get the air to come out. I'm going to point something out real quick. If you notice that I'm hitting the gas here, I'm in four-wheel drive, but the front wheel does not really want to spin. Put your guesses in the comments below. What do you think's happening there? I'm actually going to be addressing this problem in a future video where I fix it. But let me know what you think it is. So the reason why I'm going after this brake line first to bleed it is this is the line that I repaired from the ABS module. So there's air in this line. So I'm trying to get this out first. Okay, go ahead and pump. Hold. Okay, got a decent stream coming out there, but we didn't get any puffs of air. Pump. Hold. Okay, so we're still not getting any air to come out, and now it's just that weak stream again. So out of curiosity, I went to the passenger rear, bled that one, driver's rear, bled that one, and then driver's side. And I was
weak stream there too.
Very unimpressed with the pressure of flow coming out of all of the brakes. Pump. Okay, so we're back with the wife's Failblazer today. I have yet to get the air pocket out of this brake line. I've already run the diagnostic tool to run the ABS. I've even run the engine and drivetrain that you saw, and still have yet to get the air out of this thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with good old trusty here and my self-bleeding brake tool to see if I can't get the air out of this brake line. So let's get started. Again, quick rundown. I've got a vinyl tube going into a canister. I've got a hole drilled for ventilation, and the tube is submerged in brake fluid, the end of the tube. So that keeps air from getting back into it. It's already open, so you've already got some fluid coming out. So we're gonna go ahead and pump this for as long as it takes to get the fluid to pump solid and no air coming out. So as you saw, I went ahead and went all the way around, hitting the other wheels and bleeding them. So you saw where the driver's side bleeder just really wasn't pushing out fluid. I'm going back to this one, and it's pushing fluid pretty well. So I've got an issue now with the driver's side. Okay, so what I'm doing now is, since I can't get any fluid really to come out of this driver's side now, I'm gonna go ahead and use this scan tool again and try to activate the ABS. I think there might be some air still in this ABS module. So we're gonna try to do this. And while I'm doing this, I've actually got the brake bleeder cracked open, connected to my container. So hopefully we can push some air out while we're doing this. So here goes nothing. Okay, it looks like it pushed out some fluid. So that's good. I'm gonna run that function test several times and just see what happens. So I ran that ABS function test like 5 times, and you can see it did push some fluid out. So now I'm going to do what I did earlier and just pump the brakes and see if I can get any air out and just get a steady stream of fluid coming out. Alright, I just pumped the brakes a bunch with this thing closed, and I ran the activation test again with the diagnostic tool, like a half dozen times. And I really mashed on the brake pedal to really push against the ABS activation. So we're gonna go ahead and crack this thing open and see if we can get any air to come out. Doesn't look like it, but we'll see what happens. So I've got a pretty firm pedal. I just don't know why I can't get the fluid to just stream out of here like it's supposed to. Maybe I'll run that actuation test one more time with this thing cracked open. See what happens. This has just got me baffled. Okay, I think you heard the little dinging noise going there. I think that was my Trailblazer telling me that the brake fluid was low. I looked in the reservoir and it is on the minimum line. So in any event, I'm getting some air to come out still. I'm gonna refill the reservoir and keep pumping until I get a solid, steady stream. And we should be wrapping this up. Okay, I just refilled the reservoir. We're gonna go ahead and keep pumping. All right, brakes are bled. All right, well, ended up being a longer job than I anticipated, but what else is new? Again, I had to replace that busted brake line, which was plugged directly into the ABS module. And when I disconnected that line, it introduced air into the system. And you saw several different methods to get rid of that air pocket out of the ABS module. And really that scan tool is the most simple way of doing it, less dangerous as far as like getting the car up off the ground and running the wheels and drivetrain and stuff, or taking it out in the field or on a gravel road and trying to activate the ABS when you really don't have much of a brake pedal. So that scan tool is one of the more expensive ones, and there are less expensive tools out there that can do this same thing. So just know that there are cheaper options out there. Well, anyway, that's going to end this video. Thanks for watching. Check out the channel if you're so inclined, subscribe. I have other helpful videos on repair and some fun vlogs and stuff that I do as well. So that'll do it. As always, thanks for watching. God bless. Be sure and hit that like switch on your way out. See you next time. Brake for it.